Heippa hei, it's Riikka Kovasin here. This month it seems that I'm in an autumn kind of feeling and using harvest and autumn vibes as my inspiration for the video projects. In this video I'm making 2 cards. Let's get started. The main inspiration for these 2 cards came from Fabrika Decoru stickers. They are these fruits and berries, and they remind me of some china my grandparents used to have, and I always wanted a particular one where I ate my, I don't know if it was breakfast cereal or whatever. But as you can see, I'm making these kind of horizontal long cards, and first cut some pattern paper for the background, and now I'm using some chipboard to make these wheat stalk type of things. I'm using a pale yellow acrylic paint to cover them, but then I'm adding another inky layer on top to make them a little bit more weathered looking, not this just pale yellow color. I added the stickers to a piece of cardstock, cut them out to make them sturdy that way so I can layer them later on, and then also cut these circles out of another piece of pattern paper to kind of highlight the focal point. I then used my scissors to go around the edges to make the edges more rough looking, and then ink all the elements. The edges of the die cut element, the background, and also these stickers to make them a more vintagey looking and also define the edge. So now that I have the inked edges and the elements done, it's time to start the composition. I'm building the first layer using some washi tape, these patterned ones, and creating kind of a horizontal layout because I'm kind of highlighting that throughout the card. I'm just adding a couple of pieces there, some torn and some just straight from the roll. Next, I'm then adding some paint on top to add a little bit of mixed media there. And this is kind of also, I wanted a grounding element, so I picked up this rusty brown tone to be added. And then some splashes because, well, if you have watched my videos before, you know that it's seldom that I can finish a project without some splashes. I then leave these to dry for a while before continuing. To highlight that horizontal composition even more, I added some natural twine to each card and stapled it put. So it's a little bit loose to keep it kind of fluffiness and softness in a way. Then I'm adding some old stamps here and there, kind of highlighting the vintage tone, but also adding little swatches of color this way. I'm then adding the chipboard, these little stalks. First a couple ones underneath it all, then I'm layering the circle on top using some foam tape, and then one of those grains on top, just building this composition layered so there's some repetition going. On top I then make a cluster of those fruit and berry elements using partly just craft glue and partly foam tape to make the whole composition dimensional. When I then have the compositions done, I made some card bases using cream colored cardstock and added some double-sided tape underneath each kind of focal element and then just mount them on top. As a finishing touch, I'm adding some vintage buttons to each card and then a little sentiment sticker to just finish them. For the buttons, I'm using craft glue, and well, the stickers are going to adhere by themselves. Here are some photos of the 2 ready cards, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please consider subscribing. Thanks again. I'll be seeing you within a week. Bye for now.